Let's speak now to Kenneth Gray, a senior lecturer in the Department of Criminal Justice at the University of New Haven and a retired special agent with the FBI. Thank you so much for your time. What do you make of how the shooting played out in broad daylight in the U.S. Capitol, as well as a possible motive for it?
Sure. So this was, as characterized by the mayor, a targeted shooting. The shooter came around the edge of a building and immediately started shooting at the National Guard member. He was quickly wrestled to the ground by other National Guard members and shot in the process. But this was nonetheless a targeted shooting. But why it was a targeted shooting, that's going to take an investigation to find out, and that's currently underway.
We are actually hearing that the FBI's domestic terrorism unit is looking into this to ascertain whether or not it was domestic terrorism. What kind of factors do they look at to decide whether or not this is domestic terrorism?
Well, whenever there is an act of violence like this and the motive is unknown, the possibility that it might be terrorism is always in play. Because of the fact that this is against National Guardsmen who are standing there protecting the Capitol, that also adds additional weight to this. However, it's going to take the investigation to determine whether or not this is an act of terrorism, or whether it was the motive may have been something other than that.
We're now hearing also from the U.S. Secretary of Defense saying that more National Guard troops will be sent to the U.S. Capitol, about 500 more. But there is speculation, of course, that the motive behind this is anger over having National Guard troops there in the first place. So is sending in more of them really the answer to all of this?
Well, the fact that there may be anger has nothing to do with this person carrying out this act of violence, shooting National Guardsmen, two National Guardsmen who are currently in the hospital in critical condition. And so, whatever the motive was, if other people are angry about it, that carries no weight. The president said that he wants an additional 500 National Guardsmen there to beef up security, and this shooting shows that they may need them.
Absolutely. And what do you think of the timing of this attack, all taking place before Thursday, which is, of course, Thanksgiving? Many people in the U.S. are traveling at this time of the year to head to family and friends. Could security be heightened in other big cities across the country?
Oh, absolutely. So with a shooting like this, you are going to see a number of major cities increase their security presence, especially at places of travel like train stations, like airports. I would be surprised if you don't see that, especially in places like New York City. They are quick to respond to an attack like this, ramping up security, making a visible presence known. And so I expect that the Atlas teams will be out in New York in force.
Absolutely. Kenneth Gray, really appreciate your analysis, former FBI special agent.
Thank you.